My childhood is entirely filled with watching his movies. I had a huge crush on him while growing up. I mean, he used to entertain me in all his movies, and to see him evolve as an actor is so beautiful. And it gives me so much happiness to talk about his 100th film today. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, then hi, this is The Storyteller. Here we review stories in the form of doodling, and if that's something that excites you, then do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Also, if you have any new suggestions for movies that I should watch, then drop them below as well. Today we're going to be talking about the movie Sunny, which is directed and written by Renchit Shankar and has Jayasuriya in the lead role. Talking about the story and the writing of this movie, this is the story of a man named Sunny who comes back home to Kochi from Dubai and checks himself into a luxurious hotel for quarantine. And this is the story of how he deals with it in 7 days. Actually, it's the story of a lonely, depressed and alcoholic person who's in quarantine for 7 days. So this movie has very interesting concepts. One is, of course, about quarantine, something that we can all relate with at the initial period of lockdown, at least, where we were all stuck in a room, not knowing how to make peace with it. So I felt that this concept was relatable. The second theme that I absolutely admire them for talking about is mental health. Like we've seen in Kumbalangi Nights and Home, I'm very happy that this is another movie to that list where they're trying to normalize therapy and mental health. Now, this movie has some particularly interesting elements. The first one being that this is a one-man show, at least visually on screen. Sunny is the only character whose face we can completely see in the movie. I mean, although there are many other characters that comes and goes in this movie, everyone has a face mask on. We don't get to see anybody except Jayasuriya. And of course, that's because he's inside four walls. And that's what life has come to, right? After COVID, we can only see each other outside with masks. We no longer get to see people's faces. Even though Jayasuriya is the only actor we visually get to see, there are many different voices that come across in this movie. The interesting bit is, we don't see them. So we make the character in our head based on their DP, based on the way the name is saved on the phone, based on what their status is. And all of these tiny things is what defines that character to us as audience, which is very smart. The way they speak to Sunny, the language, the tone, the words they use defines the relation between them and Sunny to us. And that's actually a very smart thing. The third thing that really interests me is the fact that all of this is in one space, one flat, or one hotel room you can call it, which by the end of the movie you kind of feel like this flat or this room is also a character. All of this is beautifully shown to us, and it also helps us understand the intensity with which Sunny feels trapped, just like the ant trapped inside the glass. Another detail that I really loved, which is very, very small, you may not have noticed it, but is how people look at lockdown. We've obviously seen two types of people. One is like Sunny, who is devastated and irritated by the fact that he has to stay inside. And the other is like his quarantine neighbor, Aditi, who is dancing and utilizing her time and eating and having fun. Of course, these are the two characters we kept seeing during lockdown, and that does speak a lot of privilege. The movie also talks about the third type of person who's gone through lockdown. That's the type of people who had to go out to make ends meet while the nation was under lockdown. Like the driver we get to see at the start, who clearly says that people like you can afford this. This is a very tiny detail, but it did speak in volume to me. I like how this entire movie talks about letting go and moving on, and that has been the issue for Sunny since the start. But towards the end, we see how the quarantine changes him, and even though there were two things that meant so much to him, he chooses to let go of them, let go of the memories with it, and chooses to move on. And I like how they subtly show it without showing some big dramatic thing to show that he's changed. Coming to the performances, I don't really think I need to give much of an explanation on this. Jayasuriya being Sunny is such an amazing performance. I think he's done a great job, and like I said before, this is indeed a one-man show, and I think he's brilliantly shined. Not to mention the brilliant set of actors who lend their voice for the voices in the movie. I mean, I think their role was also equally important because the way they acted in their voice explained the relation that they had with Sunny even without us seeing them on screen. The choice of these voice actors and of course Jayasuriya has been brilliant. If you're a Malayali and you watch this movie, even without seeing these voice actors on screen, you would have perfectly imagined them and how they would be. And I think that's truly a plus point for these voice actors. Now, coming to the technical bits, for me, cinematography and the camera angles was a big hero of this film. There's one space, one flat or one hotel room. How much can you show? And this is where Madhu Neelakandan's cinematography comes into play. I mean, the way he shows the outside visuals, the inside visuals, the usage of certain properties like the bathtub, the mirror, the way he's lying on the floor. And hands down, one of my most favorite scenes in the movie is the elevator scene. Oh my god. It's barely 10 seconds, but it was so beautiful. And of course, I have to talk about the editing. This movie is roughly 95 minutes. That means it's cut to perfection. It's not lagging anywhere. And I'm so grateful for this. It's short and crisp, unlike movies that stretches the story into 2 hours unnecessarily. I like how this movie is edited. Music genuinely uplifts. The BGM, the songs genuinely uplifts the mood. And for me, direction was great. He gave us what was needed. He brought out the best from his characters, used the best of the space, narrated the story that had to be told. Like I said, a lot of interesting concepts and elements were brought in. And I know there's a lot of buzz about the ending, but to me it was open-ended. That's how I perceived it, but it might feel like it's cliche to some. If you shift the perspective, then probably that might work. After all, it comes down to you and how you see the movie. I feel Sunny should be watched for the amazing performance given by Jayasuriya and the voice actors, the amazing camera angles and the cinematography, the beautiful tiny elements you may pick up from this, and the amazing concepts this movie talks about. Individually, these points work great. See, it's a great story, it's a great one-time watch, and probably if you like it, you might watch it more. I definitely suggest you to watch it. I mean, it's only 95 minutes, guys. I wouldn't lie, I did have mixed opinions and emotions after watching this movie, but if you ask me whether I'd recommend it, I'd still say yes. At least once, it is amazing. I'll give this movie 3.5 stars out of 5. Do give it a watch and let me know how you like it. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. If you guys have any suggestions for movies you'd like me to review, then don't forget to drop them below. And if you like this video, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys soon. Thank you for your time. With lots of love, it's your storyteller. Bye.